Hi all, this is Mosmi, your Python trainer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we begin, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any doubts or queries, please write into comment section and I will make the next episode to solve your doubts. So let's begin. In today's episode, we will be talking about sequence data types, and in that we will be seeing strings. I have already talked about built-in data types and numbers. If you haven't seen, please go to episode 4 and see built-in data types in Python and Python numbers. Today, we will be talking about sequences. In that, we will be seeing what is a string. So, in today's episode, you will be learning what is a string, how you can create a string, how can you access each element of a string, what is indexing and negative indexing. Also, we will be revisiting the concept of mutability. String is a sequence of Unicode characters. All characters are stored at contiguous memory location. In programming language, there is a concept of array. Array is nothing but the sequence of same type of elements. Here we have same type of elements. Here we have the sequence of characters. Together it makes a string. Python does not support character data type. It supports string data type. So let's see, say I'm creating a string s with the value. So here, if I see type of s, it will give me class string. If I check the length of my s, that is 3 characters, right? Now, if I store s is equal to, say I'm storing just p inside it. It's a single character, right? But the type of s is still string. So basically, first when I created a string sky, then it is a string with 3 characters. Here, when I'm creating a string s is equal to p, that is also a string with 1 character. Now see how we can create a string. We can create a string using single quote, using double quotes. Also, we can create string using triple quotes. Generally, we use triple quotes when we are creating multi-line string. Also, you can create string using str function. So let's see on the idle how you can create. I have already created one string with single quotes. One more time, I'm creating, say s is equal to Python. And when you print s, it gives you the string Python. Cool. S is equal to double quotes and Python. This way also you can create a string, right? Now I'm creating with triple quotes. I'm writing, say, Python. Then I'm giving spacebar. I'm not pressing the enter key. Just see, it is going to the next line. And there I'm writing is a. Again, I'm pressing spacebar key. I'm not pressing enter key. Going to the next line and typing Python is a fun language. Now I'm printing S and you can see. Oops, I forgot to give triple quotes. Now I'm printing S and you can see I have a multi-line string. Also, you can create string using str function, say s is equal to str, and say you want to create a string of numbers. You can pass, say 1, 2, 3, and here you have a string, say 1, 2, 3. You want to create a string using str function, and inside that you want to pass some characters. Make sure you are passing using single quotes or double quotes. Say Python and s is equal to Python. Say if I'm doing s is equal to str and I'm typing Python without giving quotes, what does it mean? It will try to find out a variable named Python, which is not there, and it will raise an error. So this is how you can create string in different ways. Let's see how you can access each element of a string. Before we begin how to access an element, let's see what is an index. Index is an integer, a number that denotes the position of the character in the string. Index of any sequence, whether it is string, tuple, or list, it always starts from 0 and it ends at n minus 1, where n is the length of your sequence. In my example, I have taken s is equal to sky. So the length of this string is 3. There are 3 characters. So index will be 0, 1, and 2. As I mentioned, index always starts with 0 and it ends with len minus 1. That is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So at the index 0, you will have character s. At the index 1, you will have character k. And at the index 2, you will have character y. How to access? Let's see. Once you know the index of the characters, you can just place that index in the square bracket and you can access the string. Let's say it practically on idle. Let me create my string once again. Say s is equal to, you want to give Python or Sky, any value you can give. Say I have s is equal to Python. Let me check the length of my string, which is 6, because there are 6 characters, right? But the index always starts with 0 and it will end at 6 minus 1, that is 5. So if I type s in the square bracket 0, I will get p. Same way, s1, the next character, s2, the next character, s3, and so on. You can go up to len minus 1. What happens if I go beyond my limit? Say s6, and it will raise an error that index is going out of range. So using index, you can access each element of the string individually. Also, Python supports negative indexing in all sequences, whether it is string, tuple, or list, method is same. In negative indexing, the last character or the last element has an index -1, and then it decrements by 1 for every character before it. So the very first character will have length as, the index as minus length. So in my example, if I say s is equal to Python, then length of s will be 6. So positive index will start from 0 and it will end at 5. Negative index will start with -1 and it will end with -1. Let's see it on idle. See, I have s is equal to, we have already s is equal to Python. You can check the value. Say s of -1, it should return me n. That is the last character. So it is like traversing from the back. And say s is equal to -6, then I will be getting the first character. Also, let's see what is mutability in Python. Sorry for that. Okay, so strings are basically immutable. Mutability means a change should happen at the same memory location. So when we are making changes in our current string, the changes will happen at the different memory location. Let's see. Say, first of all, if s is equal to Python and say I want to change a particular element of s, say instead of p, I want to make it say j. It will raise an error. You can't do that. Correct. Now say I'm writing s is equal to Python. I'm checking the address of my variable, say using id function, ids. You can see the memory location where your value is stored. Now, if I write s is equal to Java, yes, it will change the value of s. But if you see the ID of s, you will find a different memory location. This address and this address do not match. So basically, strings are immutable. So that's all about today. We will be seeing different operations on string and the functions of string in later episode. See you in the next episode.